Mr. Leong Wan Wai asked, why is FICA necessary when we already have extensive powers and substantial resources to deal with foreign interference? I have in my speech pointed out how the internet has opened an entirely new front for hostile action. Information forces are seen as a fourth branch of armed service. This bill is about updating our powers to ensure that they are fit for the internet age. Given the threats, we think there's a clear and present danger that justifies us acting now. Mr. James Lim asked how MHA came to the conclusion that Singapore was being attacked in 2018, when Facebook's assessment was that there have been no cases of foreign influence operations targeting Singapore since 2017. We do not know how Facebook makes its assessments and whether it depends only on Facebook. We look at the wide variety of communication tools. Based on the information we have available to us, we reached a different conclusion. And I would say to Mr. Lim, matters of our national security should not be outsourced to private companies, and they should not be made to decide what our fate ought to be. Dr. Tanya Swam and Dr. Shahira made the point that there are extensive powers given to the minister and the provisions are not clearly defined. Mr. Si Yao Chuen asked whether we explain the targets of the bill and how the law will be applied, especially with regard to young people. Several members asked if FICA would affect various types of foreign interactions with academics, businesses, NGOs, client associations, whether there'll be a chilling effect on freedom of speech. The short answer really is no. I mentioned this in my speech earlier. I'll just summarize. FICA will not stop individuals, businesses, and organizations in Singapore from building overseas partnerships, soliciting overseas businesses, networking with foreigners, sourcing for donations, discussing government policies or political matters that affect their businesses with foreign colleagues or business partners or supporting charities. As long as they are done in an open and transparent manner and not part of an attempt to manipulate our political discourse or undermine public interests such as security. It will also not cover Singaporeans expressing their own views. It goes without saying, Singaporeans have every right to speak up on our domestic politics. They are free to engage in advocacy. That is not touched by FICA.